You know, we had some significant snow just a few weeks ago, but the difference here, Eric, is this has some other elements to it.
Exactly right. It's all about more wind, more waves, and all the other things that come along with a true full-fledged nor'easter. It's also different that not everyone's getting the same snow. That last storm was very evenly spread everywhere. This one will not be as evenly spread. So we've got our nor'easter through about 8 o'clock tomorrow evening, a high-impact blizzard, damaging wind gusts. I think that's #1 on the list. We know about the snow, but it's the wind that makes the difference here. That brings on the power outage and the coastal concerns that we'll be watching late tonight into tomorrow. There's a look at the radar this evening, starting to fill in. Not all of this is reaching the ground just yet, or it's just light in spots, but it has picked up with a couple of pulses of some steadier snow, and things will continue to deteriorate as we head past midnight tonight. See some steadier snow moving across Cape Cod at this hour. We've had a couple of bursts down toward Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket. Big picture, the center right in here. We've seen some lightning strikes on that eastern flank. Thunder snow is absolutely in play tomorrow morning. I would expect to see and hear some of it tomorrow morning. The biggest bands have been in southern Connecticut and back toward New York City and Long Island. You see another one that's on approach there just south of Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket. That will tend to fill in heading towards sunrise tomorrow. There you see the visibility under a mile in Hyannis. Boston, nothing really happening yet. Same with Lawrence and Beverly. Marshfield also 10-mile visibility, but under a quarter mile in Worcester and 1 mile in Providence. So things starting to get going out there. The winds have been starting to pick up. We've seen a couple of gusts between 40 and 50 already on Martha's Vineyard and across Cape Cod and Nantucket. So just the start of things that will be happening here over the next several hours. Which brings us to what a blizzard actually is. It's not just about snow. In fact, it's not about falling snow at all. You just need poor visibility and you need strong winds. Visibility under a quarter mile and winds over 35 miles per hour for at least 3 hours. And we do expect that in many spots tomorrow, which is why those warnings are in place. It's not about snow totals. So here's a look at what we have for the rest of the night. Snow increasing. There come the big bands, those darker blue shadings are coming up across the south coast and the Cape. Boston area, your biggest snow, it's tomorrow morning. Right through lunchtime, that's where we'll see some 2 to 4 inch per hour rates at times. The biggest amount of accumulation, the highest chance of thunder snow. The afternoon will still bring some accumulating snowfall, a little bit more ebb and flow to it, and then tapering off by about 8 o'clock tomorrow evening. This is just a look at snowfall rates. So how much is coming down per hour? And as we get toward 3 o'clock, you're seeing those 2 inch plus per hour rates increasing, at times flashing over 3 inches per hour. That continues through the morning, and then you see the rates coming down in the afternoon and the evening. A little bit easier to keep up with. But when rates are over 1 inch an hour, plow drivers, they really can't keep up with it. There aren't enough plow operators out there to keep everything clear. So that's when you don't want to be traveling. In terms of the amounts, 16 to 24 inches of snow from Boston to Worcester, south and east. A little bit less off to the north and west. So if you're in New Hampshire, far northern Massachusetts, not nearly as much snow as the storm we had earlier on in the season, and not as much as we're expecting in southeastern Mass, where we might see some spots try to top 24 inches. If we top 2 feet, this would be the location. As for winds, they're out of the north and east, and we're seeing them pick up. And notice by tomorrow morning, we're seeing those over 50 in many spots near the coastline, over 70 at times on Cape Cod, and we could see some isolated gusts over 80 miles per hour. Then we head into the early afternoon, and the wind becomes more northwesterly, so that afternoon high tide will be focused on the backside of Cape Ann to the bay side of the Cape and also Nantucket Harbor. Tonight we have coastal flood warnings out. We do expect a very high tide just after 3 o'clock, but there's a good thing about this. This could be a lot worse. You certainly want to be prepared for road closures, splash over, some of those ice chunks that have formed this cold winter banging around. But the higher tide, astronomically speaking, is tonight, and that's why we see the flooding. Tomorrow, during the storm, it's a lower tide astronomically, plus the winds are starting to turn a little bit. The real peak of the storm is during the morning when we're at dead low tide. So that could be worse. Our more historical, infamous storms, they hit at high tide and an astronomical high tide, and that's when you see the biggest major flood impacts. We don't expect that with this one, but do expect water and inundation for many of those coastal areas. Some moderate pockets. Final note, widespread power outage potential. I'll be charging things up tonight if I was anywhere near the coast or southeastern Massachusetts. This is where we have a heavier, wetter snow type. It will be fluffier for inland areas. Kind of a standard, I think, feel to the snow there, but a little stickier near the coast, especially Cape Cod, and that's why the outage risk is higher. It grips the trees and the power lines and can bring some of those down. If you want to end up on the top 10 list, Most of you probably don't, but if you are thinking about it, in Boston, you've got a top 21.4 inches of snow. At this point, I think Boston will come up short of that mark, but we'll see where that banding sets up tomorrow morning. So there's a look at our next 7 days. We do have a coating to a couple of inches possible on Wednesday and some wintry mix moving through here on Thursday night. So we are not out of the woods just yet. And we'll be right back.